Okay. Good evening, beautiful people. I hope you're doing great. If you can hear me clearly, please type 1. Thank you, Carl. UI Iron, thank you. Okay. So, um, as I promised, today's session would be about the Tableau and visualization. I'm going to share a new link with you, and I hope that you can just download this one from the Telegram. Let me just share it to the group. So I go to pandas, no, and last week Tableau. And this is the very recent version that if you see the file, it is just, yes, 3:30 was the last update. So where is the thing C#? I'm sorry, data science. So can you please confirm that you have received the file? If you could get and open it, please type 2. Ali, please go to the Telegram group. If not, I'm going to drag it here. Hopefully you can just get it from, okay, I got it. It takes a few seconds, so you can download it from the chat box as well. Just give it a few seconds. Okay, I think that now you can get that from the chat box. You got it? Okay, bravo. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through every step. I'm not sure how many of you had a chance to install it. It is not very much difficult, but it's not very straightforward as well. What I'm going to do is, this is the slide number 3. We just spent 1 minute. This is the link. I share it in a group. I'm gonna mute myself, every one of us, just watch this video for a minute describing what Tableau is. And after that, we are gonna keep moving. So let's watch it. If you're done with that, please type 2. I was intentionally muted that you have time to, you could just watch the video. If you can hear me, yeah, right now, and if you're done with the video, please type 2. Okay, thank you, Carl. Anybody else? Ali, Alvaro, Abhishek, Chloe? Okay, merci. So the thing is, this is a link that I share with you. And there are actually, as you see here, there are links for students. So I share, and you have already the, whatchamacallit, you have already the slide. So you can just find them there too. But what I'm going to do is sharing these things. The first link is for ordinary getting the product. The second one, as the student, you can have 1 year free access to a kind of basic application, which is more than enough for us. So please just go through it at your convenience. But at the moment, just download this Tableau. And I'm going to give you a few minutes. You see something similar to that, to this web page that I have already filled. I found that as a prof, I have actually privileged to have free access, but I'm gonna use it. It takes 2-3 days to just get the specific access. At the moment, I'm using 14 days or 2-week trial version. So if you're here and you get to the page that you need to fill out your info, please use your info. My suggestion is using the George Brown account and email for later for getting that 1 year free access. Whenever you are done, you need to say request free trial. When you get there, please type 3. Thank you, Ali. Let's wait for a couple of more seconds. And by the way, there is a slim chance that it takes more than 1 hour. I tried my best to make everything concise, very much up to date. I did some of the things today right before the session to make sure everything works. And so even if you cannot stay till the end, you can watch the recorded session at your convenience. So more people could finish or not. Peter, Nanami, Malik, Erdal, Diego. Okay. I guess I have that link. Okay, here is the link, Peter. You can just click on the Tableau product desktop and just download it. It's gonna be 23.3 kind of thing. Okay, bravo. So if we just did that, you need to enter your email. So please go to your email. You see something like this as a kind of confirmation. And then after that, please click on Let's Get Started. Would you please do that? And guys, don't worry at all. Worst case scenario, you cannot cope up with the paste, then just watch the steps. The slides are very much self-descriptive, so don't worry at all. Anyone could get to that? If yes, please type 4, number 4. Ryan, Ronan, Arsa. Okay. Ali, could you get to this page? Could you find it? Lovely. Excellent. So some people already finished some of these stuff. If you click on that, it's going to ask you, Ali, this is the link. The first one is for, if you click on the top, Tableau/product. Also in the PowerPoint, you can see that as Ryan was kind enough to share. In here, you see the Tableau this displays. So you can just, start installing, right? Click on that one. Am I right, Ryan? The you meant that thing? Okay, bravo. I just want to make sure what worked for you. So, and the other thing is, after, just make sure that you have upper lowercase numbers and one specific character, one special character. And after that, well, this is a kind of older version last year. This is today. I just said the site name. You're going to see where we're going to use it is Reza George Brown, Reza GB, and Canada, Quebec, and then check that one. And then say, activate my trial. So guys, after 3 to 5 days, if I'm not mistaken, you're going to receive your student privilege. But meanwhile, you can just benefit from this. Yeah, for now, I just clicked on the trail and I filled the form for profs. I saw that I shared it in the second, exactly in the same slide that I showed you in the note part. Ali, you can see there's a student kind of thing, right? So it's going to give you 1 year. Meanwhile, and after you finish everything, it will say that, hey, you know what? Meanwhile, just use this trial. In 3 to 5 days, you're going to receive your access, kind of thing. Okay, if you're done with that, after that, please select Start Trial Now. Right? And you see, guys, I just made my email hidden. the one that I used for this. So it's reza.debug something at something at something. Then say register. And when you are done, you can simply click on that cross button and you're done. You get to somewhere like this page. Guys, those who could get to this page and you could see things, please just give me the first high five, type 5. Bravo. Those who just joined us, I share the PowerPoint once again. I don't know if people can scroll up and get the PowerPoint. And I assure you, in the updated version of the package, although it's not part of your final exam, you're going to have this one. And I'm sure those who participate for today's session, you won't regret. You're going to enjoy having this Tableau in your resume. Okay, so those who joined us, you have two options. You can just start from slide number 2, quickly go through the steps and get yourself to this place, or you can just stand back, relax, install it after the session. It's going to take 1 hour to go through all the steps that I'm telling you. So if you click, it's a quick video, and if you click on the next, it's going to bring you something like this. Do you want to set up your dashboard? Do you want to just use, are you a Salesforce customer? And the answer is no, so skip it. Those friends that they started with the registration and you haven't downloaded the product, this is another way that you can go here and say download Tableau desktop. And if you use Mac or PC, you have option to choose one of those. And this is a very recent version that I got it today. So you see the version that I have is 23.3. The one that I used in some of the slides, it goes back to 2022.3. So we had not that much drastic changes, but there are some mostly interface kind of upgrade. Most of the time, if I was aware and I could remember, I just mentioned that Tableau installation -new kind of thing. So you can see newer version in some of the slides. So if you say download, you go through some steps, you click on Windows or Mac, depend on what you want to install on your, well, what computer you have. And then after all these steps, and it takes a few seconds, a few minutes, then you're going to have something like this. And this is the older version. You already saw it. It says that start trial. And then you just say register if you enter your data. This is for the older version. The newer version, you don't need these last 2 steps. It just uses the one that you already used in the welcome page when you register. So it doesn't need any double work. You just register once. And after that, you should get to something like this. This is a desktop version. And the beautiful thing is it's pretty close to the online version. Right? So I'm going to pause and I'm going to wait for a few seconds. Make sure that you guys can just see something like this. Whenever you are done, please type 1. Ryan, thank you. Just one. Erdal, thank you very much. I'm gonna just wait for 2 more signals. Okay, Irene, thank you. UI, Haydar, Diego, Daniel, Chris, Chloe. Everything works? Okay, so let me just go through the, thank you. Merci. Okay, let me just go through the next part. Actually, I'm gonna explain a little bit. You have this link and I'm gonna click, if it gives me permission. There we go. I'm going to share this link with you guys. So here, as well as the Telegram. So if you look at it, it shows something that we call it quality of life. And it's a kind of combination of some factors that make some countries higher in quality. My apologies, because I do lots of things at the same time, including streaming and so on. So it takes a bit of time for me to show. But can you please confirm that you see, Ali, I'm happy that it worked. Don't worry, it takes time for. So you're gonna see something like that. If you scroll down, you can see the country of your own. And so Canada, for instance, is in rank 27. And it's not just one thing, it's a combination. So the quality of life index, as you see, for instance, Netherlands, Luxembourg, and Iceland, Denmark, Finland, all the countries of Scandinavia and around, they have the highest rank. And surprisingly enough, Oman, with almost cheap cost of living, it has super high, even higher than Austria or Norway and Spain. That's quite a nice graph. And I've seen lots of things. There's just one funny thing I was sharing with one of the classes that I had. I don't know why it doesn't show the graph one. Guys, could you see it should be a map here. Pretty similar to, I could just show you the other. pretty similar to the map that you see over there, if you see. If you see a map in the middle of the screen at your computer, so please just type 2. Hopefully this time it shows up. Okay, so what we are going to do, thank you very much. Merci. Why I tease myself. So it is here, but it's the recent version that you have. Bravo. It should be something like that. So technically, this has come from some factors, and if you go down, it says that more info. So it says how the index is calculated. It's something like the purchasing power, the house price compared to the income. So you could find that the price house in some countries are reasonably low, but the problem is, and that's the huge issue, the problem is the price per compared to the income is super high, not compared to the other countries. So all of these guys together, they provide a number that you could simply see. On top of the list, we have numbers like 200s, and if you go down to the end of the list, we see that numbers are like 49, 50 or something. And actually, I could tell you, I clearly saw one of the countries that it was hit by the sanction. The quality of life was something before the sanction happens, was something like 50 among 83, 84 countries that they listed. After sanctions, just 1 year after that, I checked, it dropped to 80 some, like 30 numbers increased just because of the sanction. So it's good to have this knowledge. If I give you, look at this one, these are every single one of these guys, the raw numbers, the raw numbers. Every row shows a little bit of, for instance, quality of life index, purchasing power, and so on and so forth. But in general, when you look at it, it gives you information. So data, information. But what makes you have a kind of awareness and knowledge is visualization. So if somebody asks you why you want to learn visualization, it's because the Excel can change the data into information, but what can bring knowledge to us is visualization. And it's a kind of powerful tool for that. We go to the next part. Yes, we click there. It's going to bring us there. And guys, now we have a button here, but it is for premium kind of thing with some tricks, some add-in extensions. I just downloaded the data without any need for buying a premium. So now you have a file that I sent you, that file to Telegram as well as here. So please download that Excel file that I sent to you. Please just check you have that file both places. If you are done with downloading and you have the Excel file too, please type 3. Merci. Guys, my apologies if it takes more than what we expect, but I'm going to finish everything tonight. So tomorrow would be either those who want to present their final project or those who like to just come and hang out and just see if they can just resolve any of their issues in the course, or if there is any concern about the marks. So I'll be there from 8 to the last minute of the class. Anyway, to 6 o'clock. What matters for a good visualization? We need to know how Tableau actually needed the data to be structured. The question is, what if the data is not very much structured? I'm going to talk about it in no time, but I hope, and I tried to kill time as much as I could to make sure that most people that they want to follow alongside with me, they could just bring their Tableau up and running. The other thing is having a clean data set is that is prepared well, and we understand it is something that we need. It's a prerequisite to have a nice visualization. If the data is not prone and you have gap or missing data, first you need to take care of them to do engineering, and then after that you're going to use it for visualization. The next step that we are going to go is, this is a kind of raw form of the data that we have in Excel. You see we have quality of life index. For instance, we want to see the relationship between quality of life and the cost of living, right? So we want to see the relationship between index 1, index 0 is country, index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and index 5. We want to see the relationship between these two countries. So what you're going to do in the Tableau environment, please click on Microsoft Excel, and then click on the file that I've already shared with you, and then say open. And whenever you're done, please give me the second high five, type 5. Ali, thank you very much. Mr. Wright, thank you. Diego, bravo. Okay. If you don't see such a thing, you need to drag and drop the sheet that you see here. It's quality of life index by country, sorry. And then just drag and drop it there. If you already see that, you don't need to do anything. There is one arrow here, you see. Click on it and it's gonna just collapse this part, this column. So you have more room to see the fields that you have in your Excel file. Please try that. Click on this one. So it's gonna just make it smaller. And then you're gonna see such a thing. Okay. Guys, how about this? Can I ask you, please stand back, relax, because with the number of slides that we have and with the time that we have, it's going to take forever. What we are going to do is this. I'm going to explain everything. So you can just, from now on, you can just watch what I'm saying in the slides. You can do it at your convenience. And then tomorrow, you can just come and do the same steps. And if you have any concern or question, I'm gonna resolve your issue, okay? Okay, just please confirm, do you see such a thing here? Everybody sees that? If yes, please type 1. Thank you. So the thing that you see here, I'm sorry, the thing that you see here, they could be either hashtag kind of thing, a pound sign, or a globe sign, or we have other things as well. So the globe sign says that, hey, I am Tableau, and I could understand that in this column you have name of different countries. Isn't it beautiful? So one of the types that Tableau has is what? Is countries. Tableau supports integers, supports date, 2 different formats. It supports, as you see, country, for example, numbers, 2 forms, integers and floating point. But it doesn't support something like character, right? It supports strings, but not character. Well, like many languages, character is it's part of a string, right? Okay, so listen to this part. Yeah, we have, it says that we have number, decimal, we have whole, we have date and time, we have date, string, boolean, and we have, it says that geographic role. So we have geographic role as well, and it uses that one. And look at this part. In some of the things, you know that here we have year, but it doesn't show it in a form of, it considers it as a kind of hashtag, like, I mean, it's a string. So to change it the way that it makes sense, oh, I'm sorry, not a string, these are numbers. You just click on that and you can check, you can pick year. Because we didn't have the month and so on, it considers everything as the 1st of January. Not correct in terms of the data that we actually have, but okay, it fills the rest. Look at the original data that we have. The original data, we only have 2022. Because we don't have day and month, it just fills them with 1 and 1. We go to the next part, and here it says that it is sheet number 1. You can just change the name by right click, but we have 2 parts actually. One is categorical data, and the categorical data is something that we want to have in X, Y kind of things. And what are categorical data? Those are the things that they are not gonna be like countries. We don't have country and then country 0.1, 0.2. You know what I'm saying? So we have a definition here that we have 2 types of things. The categoricals are those that we want to do our calculations based on them. For instance, we want to see which country has higher, lower index in quality of life. And we want to say, okay, in the category of, we classify them just to show the countries based on the recent years, like 2022 or 2023 and so on. So those are the categories that we can just have, right? You can just add more, like having Asia, Africa, Europe, and so on. So you have the other category. You just want to see in average, what could be the quality of living in each continent, right? But apart from that, the variables that we are using, they have 2 major colors. One of them is blue and the other one is green. Blue is for discrete fields, and discrete fields, it's like steps. So you have one value and you go to the next value, right? Like what? Like countries, they are discrete values. But how about continuous fields, like the price of the house or the salary or the index for quality of life? You have 184 point something. They're continuous. There's no stair. There is no gap between them. There's no jump. They're continuous values, right? Okay. The graph that we want to create at the end would be in this white place that you see in the middle of the page, and we call it canvas. So canvas is a white area that ready to just accept your fields to show a graph relevance to what you have chosen. Okay. Is everything clear so far? So we just have a table that has 2 categorical fields, like countries and years. If we had something like continent, it could be in this field. And we have some continuous fields like climate index, like cost of living and so on, and we list them here. And we want to, based on the factors that we have. We want to have a graph. For instance, to show the relationship between the cost of living and quality of life. If it is clear where we are standing at the moment, please type 2. Al Gore, thank you. Ali, merci. UI. Okay, now we go to the next. If you click on country, that's beautiful. If you don't see these predefined graphs, make sure that you click on show me. If you click on that, it's like a toggle button. It show you the predefined graphs. And if you click it again, it's going to hide it. So, and if you check on year, you see that it suggests some other graphs, and it's not mandatory to follow their suggestions, but it is possible to switch between these two. For instance, if you click on country, it's going to show you those two maps. If you click on year, it's going to show you the first one, which is a kind of Excel sheet things that you can just have. The next, that's what I'm saying. So if you click on year, it's going to show you the Excel as a kind of default. And we are going to click on the second offer. Don't worry that it says that I recommend. It's like Amazon choice kind of thing. It says that this is my selection. Don't care about it. Just use the second one that we want to work. And then after that, without anything, guys, without anything, now we have a graph that has some meanings. Guess what is the meaning? These are the countries that are not gray. It means that they are the countries that we have actual data about the quality of life and so on. That's a good thing. So we know that we do not have very much info about Tibet or Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan. So some of these countries and some countries in Africa and Latin America, we have 2 countries that we don't have. And I think that for Panama, we don't have data as well. I'm not sure if it is Panama or what, but we don't have data for it. So the next thing is we are going to, and that is beautiful. You just drag and drop, guys. Look, drag and drop the quality of life index here, and it turns the color to something meaningful. The darker the countries are, the higher quality of life in those countries. So you see our big brother, USA, is a little bit darker than Canada. Australia is darker than both. And yeah, this is pretty much like that. But Venezuela, for instance, is the colors are, yeah, I already said, I guess, the ad class code. Let me just bring it again. This is the ad class, I think, 7N0V. Okay, does it work? Okay, bravo. Okay, so do you see that just by one drag and drop, it turns the thingy, the graph, way more meaningful? Guys, those who could follow everything till this moment, I didn't expect that you could, because we are going to just do it a little bit in rush. Please just type 1. Diego, bravo, you could just do it. Awesome. Ali, bravo. Yes, sir. You can just get a screenshot from this. I'm going to hold it here. Please get a screenshot, or I'm going to do one thing. Is it going to accept? Because, yeah, so you have it in the chat box. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next part. And if I close that tab, it shows something like this, that low quality countries all the way to high quality countries, right? Kind of thing. But guys, don't you think that we could have better color setting? So for doing that, do one thing. Let's, by the way, before color things, in this toy example, I've chosen only 2022, guys. The file that you have has only 1 year. So it doesn't matter if you say average, median, sum, or something like that. We only have 1 year. So if you click on sum, and if you go to the measure part, you have an option to say, do you want to sum, for instance, 20, 21, 22 kind of thing? Or you just want to show the average of these 3 years? So you have this option. Spend a few seconds after you discovered that. Please type 2 this time. Ali, thank you. Okay, so now I go to the next part and I want you, listen, imagine that you have 10 years and you just want to have a visualization the last 2 years. For this toy example, we just have one, but drag and drop that year into the filter area. And after that, if you click on it, then you're gonna see this thing. And if you click on the year, it's going to show you this one. So if you had 2020 and 2021, you could have those kind of things by checking or unchecking. You could filter the year or the years that you want to have on your map. Okay. Suspend a few seconds. Make sure that you could get to this place. And if not, don't worry, guys. The session is recorded. You're going to do awesome after you start implementing the recorded session. Whenever you are done, please type 3. Thank you, Ali. Who else? Erdal, could you follow at the same time, or you left behind? Al Gore, how about you? Our friend was very much into getting the class code and just vanished. So Erdal, Jared, yeah. So Al Gore, is everything is fine? No, I'm talking about the VMN friend who just insisted to have add class. Okay, so let's go to the next part. Guys, this is something that it really depends on the whatchamacallit. If you click on next, you're gonna see something like that it shows the range, for example. Year here is not a calendar type. I needed to change it. I was lazy. I did it in a new version. There's the other one. So I tried both. This is the older version. I just messed up with the data set to just see what are the potentials, possibilities. I just wanted to see, but both works. You could have that. So I just tell you again, if we go to this page and if I click on year, and then if I say next, not clicking on year, it's going to bring us to this page. Does that make sense? And then the other thing is yeah, you see that we filtered to show, for instance, if you had 10 years, we just filtered to show just 1 year, which is 2022. And the next thing is the color map is not that much clear. So the tonality or the variation of the colors are just in blue theme. So the best is to click on color and then say edit color. I've chosen orange, blue, diverging. And after checking that, it's something in the middle of the page. And if you say, okay, it's going to change it to kind of nice, neat thing like this. So the colors show that the blue or the more blue color shows the higher quality of life. So that is funny. You can see the impact of war and the impact of sanctions, even compared to the things that we see here. The quality of life between two countries that they have conflict. In Ukraine, the quality of life is higher than Russia. That's what we can see from the map, for example, right? So, and then let's go to the next part, change the sheet 1, right click on it and then say rename and change it to map, please. And when you are done with that, please type 5 again. If you can do that, if you would like to just enjoy watching the presentation, feel free to do so. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just speed up. Here, if you go to worksheets, or if you click on the other one, worksheet here, you can just open a new Canvas, just worksheet for us. If you drag and drop cost of living into the row and the quality of life index into columns, it's going to show you just some of those two, and we cannot understand anything. So it's going to be the sum of all quality of indices and the sum of all cost of livings. That's not what we wanted. We want a kind of a scatter plot, right? For doing that, you just need to drag and drop countries into their field. And it's going to make it, guys, look at this one. If you just say, hey, I want a scatter plot based on each country, you just need as simple as this, drag and drop countries here and look at this. But it doesn't very much show which one has the higher quality. Well, yes, if you just be cautious about the titles, there is no color code. You have to know that, okay, the quality of life is low here. This country, people pay quite high things, and the quality of life is even lower than this country, right? In this country, everything is cheap, including the quality of life is not high too. But here, people pay a lot, but they don't get the quality of life. And look at that one. In the same column, we have people that the quality of life there with the same thing is something like 4 times more. So anyway, let's go to the next. Drag and drop year here and just make sure that you check 2022. This is for the time that you have many of the years and you just want to make sure that you just check, you just pick 1 year or the one that you actually want. Okay. I pause for a few seconds. Guys, one thing, the question is it easy for you to follow and understand? If yes, I'm not talking about implementation. Can you so far follow and understand what I'm saying? If yes, please type 1. If not, please type 2. Again, I'm not talking in implementation. Is it easy so far to understand what I'm doing? And I assure you that if you go through the same steps, you see everything is updated. You're going to see the same thing. Okay. Look at the next part, please. Here, if you click on the shape, we are talking about this part. If you click on the shape, now you can check this one and it's going to show you totally different. Those people who use 2 monitors, definitely they can follow alongside with me. So not a bad idea to just have that setting. The other thing is, look at this average. Go to data analytics on top. Look at here, please. Do you see here we have data and we have analytics? So please click on analytics here. And then you're gonna just drag and drop average line and look what's gonna happen. An average line is say table, something like this in here. And after that, you're gonna see, lovely, you're gonna have this kind of cross thing that people in this portion that my pointer, let me just bring it to laser pointer, in here, they pay low, they pay lower than normal, and they have lower quality of life. I love this government that the quality of life in that country is 4 times compared to this. But how can we understand what are these countries? We are going to just check these two. Anyway, let's go to the next part. Now let's just bring the color to something meaningful. So we click on color. You need to drag and drop quality of life into color and just customize, edit the color and choose the same thing, orange, blue, diverging. And after saying okay, the colors would be pretty similar to what we had. You remember, we had the lowest quality countries to the highest quality countries, from kind of dark brownish to red, then orange, all the way to dark blue. So now we have 2 separate graphs. Let's include size as well. Those who have lower quality of life index, they are smaller in terms of the radius of the circle. You see, they're smaller, but these ones are bigger. And let's just rename. You know how to do it. Right click on it and then say scatter plot, for example. And after that, we want to put those 2 graphs in one dashboard together, and we want to link them together the way that, for instance, if you click on, you remember that I said I'm very curious to see what is, intentionally I ask those questions because I don't know which country is this. Yes, I hovered the mouse, but I just want to click on it quickly and see where the country is in the map. You know, that kind of thing. For doing so, we need to have a dashboard. Guys, do you see me by any chance? My hands? Yes? No? Okay, awesome. So we want to have the countries, the map on top, and we want to have those kind of circles in the lower portion of a dashboard. And the idea is when we click on any of those countries, you can just see which country they are and getting some more information. For doing that, first thing first, we need to create a dashboard. So you go to dashboard, say new dashboard, or you could click, guys, this is or. So you could just click on that one. And one of the thing is quiz question. Is you need to click on fixed size. Click on the combo box here and change it to automatic if you want to make the the graph, the dashboard that shows your graph, is flexible to cover all the page of the software container, right? And for doing that, after I said automatic, it shows something like this. Guys, I managed to finish the rest of the class in less than 15 minutes. So the thing is, now drag and drop those two guys. You see in the dashboard, we have all the sheets that we created, all the graphs that we have. So drag and drop them like this. I don't know if the speed was slow enough that people could cope up with what I do. If you see such a thing, please type 2. Diego, bravo. Carl, merci. Okay, why? Thank you. Now, the thing is, if you click on any of them, they're not linked to each other. Do you see there's a pen kind of thing here? So you click on that and you say all fields. And after that, if you click on any of them, for instance, this one is Canada, or if you click on Canada, it's going to show where we are standing, right? So is it possible to have the high quality of life even higher, like this country, and have low cost of living compared to Canada? So these are the countries that you could find. Let's go in a little bit further. How about these two? And you want to select these two countries at the same time. So you drag and drop, and it shows that they're both in Europe. So what I like about the second country is the quality of life is quiet, is reasonably close to the Switzerland, which the prices are super high, but you almost have the same standard of living, right? Okay, so how about dragging and dropping on some countries or selecting? It is possible. You want to have a range of countries, you can use drag and drop, or you can hold Control key to select some countries. If you click on one country, one of those dots, and right click on it, say annotation. And if you say, for instance, Mark, you can simply write something. Look at here. You can simply write something and say, okay, and it's going to show it there. Imagine that you want to say Amman has a high quality of life and low cost of living. Actually, that is correct. So you see the quality of life is quite high, while the cost of living is not that much high. Okay. Let me just see one thing. Yes, guys, Amman is here. The quality of life is higher than Canada, while the cost of living is. Wow. You can think about immigration again. So let's go to the next part. We have map on top and we have these two, but we need to publish this online. Guys, look at this one. We want to publish this online and we need to make it nice, neat, clean, right? So let's see if we can get rid of that map so everybody knows that this is a map and this is scatterplot. It's not a good kind of nice name for it. Let's just go and right click on the map and say hide title, and then go to dashboard and say show title, and then you can simply just change the title for the dashboard. So I said, for instance, quality of life, whatever you like. You can change the font size and anything. And then after saying okay, so you have that quality of life on top. No title for this one, the ridiculous title saying map. And how about this scatter plot? You can just right click on it and say quality of life compared to cost of living kind of thing. And then we have enough things to, I mean, descriptions for the graphs that we have. I want to link this graph to the original data that I borrowed from the website that we just copied all the data from. So you can just drag and drop image and look at here. If you say insert image, everybody has, I'm gonna send you, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm gonna send you here this PNG file. You have it? And I'm gonna send it to the Telegram as well, just in case that is easier for you to. Okay. And then the link for it, let me just, I recently fix, oh no. Yeah. It was 80, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. So this is the name, this is the link. Let me just click. Here is the link that you can use. And let me just have your beautiful names here. Okay. This is the link, and this is the name of the website. So you have it here too. Why it doesn't work like this? I'm sorry. Control C, Control V. That is something funny about Microsoft PowerPoint. When you copy things from there, it just converted to something not very easy to cope with. Oops, what's this? Okay. You have the link, right? And you have the link here too. Okay, by saying that, you need to click on this fit image and center image. And hey, I just said something like quality of life by country 22 by Nambil. Then say okay. So it's going to just show something like this. And now we want to publish it on the cloud, and everybody could access what we created. First thing first, let's get rid of, guys, did you see that that's Nambil, or I mean, I'm not sure about the pronunciation. So you can just drag and drop it, put it somewhere. For this one, you click, and for that one, you click and say remove. For this one, you click and say floating, so you can move it. For the Nambil, you're gonna just click and say floating as well. I just removed that number, and I just brought this guy, the color code, to the left portion. And let's just save it something like sample by, I don't know, Ali, Al Gore, and so on. And whenever you are done with that, I'm going to wait for a couple of seconds. I still have, I have 6 minutes. I'm going to just finish it sooner than 6 minutes even. So whenever you are done with that, if you could cope with the speed, type 1, please. And the next thing is we save whatever we have done. If you want to open it later, you can just go to File and then say Save. And then you save the thing. The next thing that you could do is uploading or publishing that everybody could access. So we go to server, we go to Tableau Public, and we say save to Tableau Public as. For that one, high probably it's going to ask you, okay, just log in again. So you see it asked me username and password. So I said sign in, or if you haven't had anything yet, you need to go and say, for this one, it's better not to have, it's misleading, I should say. This one, or this one. Huh? something like that. It really depends on you. And the next thing is, after that, this is pretty new version. When you click on that, it tells you that, do you agree, terms and conditions, and you want to receive things from Tableau, emails, and so on. So I did that. And after this, it says, hey, you have to create data extract kind of thing. Press OK. You can just say invite others to collaborate. So you just share your Tableau that you have created on cloud. After that, you're going to use your username and password for Tableau that you have registered, and it's going to bring you here. Okay, wait a second. This is kind of a little bit older version of what we did, but I want you, after that, go to server and to Tableau public and press this one. When you get this OK thing, you need to click and look at the previous one. This is a newer version that I provided. A newer version has a kind of direct link for data extraction. In the older version, it just shows you that, but it doesn't matter. In either case, you need to go to data and then to the Excel file that we have created, you need to say extract data. As simple as that. After that, if you just say extract, you need to change nothing here. You say extract, and after this, it's going to say, hey, I want to save it somewhere. And after saving it, you simply get back to the same place, server, Tableau public, and this one. And finally, after saying save, tada, it's going to, oh, by the way, here, just say dismiss. It's going to make exactly this page. Do you see this on this? Let me share one thing with you. This is something that I created a few minutes before the class to make sure that everything is the same as before and you're going to see the same result. Can I ask you, please, click on this one and see if everything is fine? Can you confirm? It's the newest version. If you see on top, it says sample for Reza, and then you click on any of those countries down, right? Let me just bring it here. This is what we have. If you just click on, my apologies. Yeah. If you click on any of these things, it's going to just show that country, this country, and so on and so forth, right? Or you can simply just click somewhere outside, or you can click on US and see where the country stays. So US is not that bad in here, and so on. By saying that, technically, I have finished everything that I planned. Guys, this is just the beginning of Tableau, but I'm very happy that we spent this time together. Hopefully, you have enjoyed what we did together. And this is pretty much it. Thanks for staying till this moment. One of the things that we can do tomorrow, if you are interested, you can simply just come to the session, start working on this, and I'm gonna take care of you if you have any problem. There isn't any specific time for it, but something meaningful. I have seen some presentations for when you have 30 questions. They just presented in 3 minutes, means that 10 questions explanation in 1 minute. That's not okay. Yes, we have quiz. Let me just a second, sorry. Okay, can you please confirm that you can see the quizzes? As always, we have, this is the last quiz actually. So we have 11 quizzes and I'm gonna pick the maximum 8 out of 11 quizzes. Can you please confirm? Awesome, bravo. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself, guys. Sorry to keep you for 25 minutes more, but I'm happy that we finished it. Ciao, take care, bye. My pleasure. Have a good one. Bye bye.